With defenseman Alec Regula, as we wind down the 2021-2022 season, exit interview day, Alec, looking back at the season that was, a couple days to process, how was it for you? It was your first go-around with a full 72 games and then playoffs. You get some NHL action as well. First NHL goal under your belt, too. So I'd imagine it's a pretty memorable one in more ways than one.
Yeah, it was a really memorable season for me. I thought super successful, did a lot of good things. Like you said, scored my first NHL goal, got some time up there, and I had a lot of success down here. So, a lot of positives to take into the summer, and I think just definitely excited to get back here next year.
What changes in your game did you see after last year's shortened year of 32 games, now the full 72, and then some with the playoff intensity? It's an opportunity for a lot of young guys, yourself included, to make major strides. Where do you feel like your game grew the most?
I think I took a lot of strides everywhere, and I think like puck moving, breaking the puck out, just being quick and decisive. I think that kind of was a big growth in my game, and I think as well as defending and kind of feeling more comfortable just every game, playing hard and taking away options and stuff like that. So I think I've come a long way, and I think there's definitely still room to grow.
How much do you attribute that to just playing major minutes, practice, just getting that repetition to have those experiences? Because I imagine with that, it just comes with time and doing it over and over and over again, and just seeing the ice and your vision becoming slower and slower and making those easy decisions for you. Do you feel like that helped your game? Because there was times where you're playing some pretty big minutes out there.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a good point, and it's very true. I think you watch a lot of video, you do a lot of drills and practice and stuff like that, but I think there's no better way than just to play, and especially when you play a lot, and there's some games where you're playing 20 plus minutes, getting a lot of reps, and I think that's the best way to grow your game and get comfortable and just go through it down here, and and then I think it's easy to feel more comfortable and more confident like that when you're getting a lot of reps.
I know from the broadcast booth, we certainly saw it, especially in that game in the playoffs against Chicago. The nice move almost coast to coast with help from your goaltender. Even a little bit when you scored your first National Hockey League goal as well. That seems like it was just a comfortable environment for you. Maybe not from an Alec Regula you might have seen playing his first pro game or those first couple weeks for you.
Yeah, I think it was good. I just, did some good things. And like you said, I had a couple nice goals, where I was kind of showing off some skill or whatnot. So, I don't want to do that too often, but sometimes it works out, so it's good.
Well, it always makes for a fun highlight reel. No big deal, Mr. Regula. Well, now moving and looking to grow your game going into the summer, too. Where do you feel like, in your conversation with the coaching staff, what needs to be that next step for you? You got the full experience in the American Hockey League, first full pro year under your belt, and that taste of NHL action and what can come with it, too. I'm imagining that the passion, energy, and that fire is burning going into the offseason, but what needs to be the next big step for you?
Yeah, I think, we got some exit meetings here and talking a lot with the staff. I just think, I think just my conditioning level and, just getting in shape. I'm not that I'm out of shape by any means, but I think there's another level where you can kind of, play those big minutes comfortably and without kind of fatiguing towards the end of the game. I think if I can kind of, take that next step and get a little bit stronger, get a little bit quicker. It's cliche, but I think it's very true, and I think that'll go a really long way for me, and I can really be more of a presence out there and just do everything a little bit quicker and at a higher pace. So I think that's the biggest focus for me this summer, for sure.
On the conditioning note, too, do you feel like you learned that, unfortunately, the hard way, playing 15 games in 30 days like you did in the month of April, or just the grind of a 72-game season? A little bit of a different beast when it comes to scheduling and that everyday environment.
Yeah, it was a crazy ending there. Like you said, I think it was 15 games in that 1 month. So, you're playing every other day, and you just kind of get in that groove, and you just play. So, yeah, I think that's definitely where I kind of realized I think I could have a big summer and come back and be a little bit, handle this a little bit easier and make it a little bit, smoother and be a little bit more confident that way. So I think getting my first full, a lot of games, that kind of made me realize that. So that's definitely my big focus point here.
You're also part of a pretty tight-knit group, too. The competition around you, I'd imagine, helps drive you as well. It's great. I mean, I'm hearing it. Everybody's best friends with Kalnick's and Mitchell's and Phillips and so forth. But they're your workplace competitors as well. How much is that a driving factor, knowing that there's guys that you are on the blue line with that are also looking to do the exact same you are?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good environment. We're all good players, and we all want to play in the NHL. So, you just kind of try to play your best. And I think, none of us let it kind of get in the way of our friendships or whatever. We're all very good friends off the ice, and we spend a lot of time together. So, I think it's more of we kind of take it like more of a battle with yourself more than anything. I think each and every one of us believe if we play our best hockey, we'll be in the NHL. So, I think that's kind of what you worry about, what you focus on, just being your best every day, and whatever happens, or the rest will take care of itself. So that's kind of the dynamic we got going, and I think we all are super happy with how our relationships are and the environment here.
A Midwest boy at heart, but it sounds like the trend is everybody's going somewhere sunny and warm. What's the off season look like for you? Any chances of some downtime, family time, and before you start ramping it up again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna spend some time with my family. Take a couple weeks off here and just kind of relax and wind down. Going to the Belmont Stakes in early June, so that's coming up, and that should be a lot of fun. So just looking forward to that, and looking forward to some well-earned time off for sure.